Are contracts adhesion trusts that are based on other contracts adhesion trusts automatically revoked when original contract is revoked? I don't think so. And the only reason why I say that is the way that they gain warrants or indictments. So like if, for example, you had a canceled E-Trade account or a canceled voter registration, I've seen them pull those into jurisdiction. So if that's the answer to your question, or where you have a generalized statement of something done with the Department of State that lists all those contracts and you put it into the public, and then and then does that make them all void? No, it doesn't. It's creating a new agreement. It's creating a defaulted administrative process, court of record, proving the evidence in any case that you have done, effectually done and created a new agreement with all of these adhesion trusts. Listen, the only reason why I know this is because I had a company where I hired a company in Canada to fax blast, period. They sued me. I ended up getting 50 plus lawsuits going at once because I harmed people emotionally because they received a fax on their fax machine. Okay. I didn't do the faxing. Everybody knew it. They knew we were getting away with it because it was coming from Canada. They were still suing us. And because we didn't know due process and procedure, we ended up paying $185,000 in judgments. And I ended up having to shut down a really successful mortgage broker operation because they would not stop coming. And the point I'm trying to make is I've had to learn how they've gained jurisdiction over people personally, corporately. And it's all those things God uses. What I thought was the most horrific time in my life, lost my house, lost my cars, lost my business, lost everything, just like every other broker did in 2008. And I ended up on the streets in a 30-foot trailer with my family. True story. You learn things the hard way and you take those forward and teach people basically what you've learned. And I'm going to assure you that if you go grab 10 warrants, 10 indictments, 10 whatever, and read them, you will look at our living in the private program and go, I get it. Because it will answer the elements of how they gain jurisdiction and take that off the table. We just don't want to contract in any element with any adhesion contract or private trust. And if you have one, or you've canceled it, or you've had a blanket statement over here, an affidavit saying I've canceled these, or I've addendum these, or they have no power over me, it doesn't work. Every single individual one needs a new contract created, whether canceled, meaning the major ones: driver's, social, IRS, voters, airplane, firearms, different things like that. So you want to make sure that you're protecting your interest and putting that into the public and serving them with the defaulted notices, the new active state. And if you haven't got a diagram, Tracy put a copy of the diagram into the chats here so people can look at it. We're doing some new maneuvers on the diagram. We're in the process of changing the diagram, but this is a great informational piece for you to understand how we do it.